The workers were on their way to deliver livestock materials to an area near Sheboygan when they were ambushed. The identities of the attackers are unknown at this time, and the Taliban denies responsibility. The National Weather Service confirmed at least 4 tornadoes struck Louisiana and 1 hit Mississippi last night, causing severe damage. Homes, businesses, and vehicles have been destroyed in result, but no deaths have been reported. The worst hit area is the same area that Hurricane Katrina flooded in 2005. The National Weather Service teams are now studying scenes of severe damage to determine where tornadoes struck and just how powerful they were. An Ohio coroner's office is running out of room due to the large amount of opioid overdoses. The Montgomery County Coroner's Office has already processed 145 overdose-related deaths in 2017. These statistics show that the amount of accidental overdoses resulting in death are on track to double the yearly total from past years. And those are your headlines. Now let's take a look at weather with Lauren Solik. Lauren?
Snow returned to Vermilion overnight, but the temperatures will continue to rise for the rest of the week. Currently, it's 12 degrees. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a low temp of -1, but that will be the coldest we get. Tomorrow will be mostly cloudy with a high near 25, with a nightly low around 23. We may lose most of our snow on Friday with a high of 50. The nightly low will be around 31. The warm temps will continue into the weekend with a high of 46 on Saturday and 41 on Sunday. There's a 50% chance of rain Saturday evening. Next week is shaping up to be another nice one with highs in the 40s throughout the week, and that's your Coyote weather.
Last night, SGA senators voted 15-9 to allocate 87% of the GAF increase to athletics. The general activity fee, also known as Resolution 20, has been a controversial topic on campus. Vice President of Finance Sheila Gestrig broke down the budget for those attending the meeting. Many student athletes, veterans, and members of campus organizations were both for and against the new distribution of funds. The SGA's recommendation will go to President Abbott before being sent to the South Dakota Board of Regents.
Students and faculty concerned by President Trump's immigration actions gathered in the Muck Pit Lounge for a panel discussion on Thursday. The panel discussion included immigration specialists as well as Board of Regent officials who told the crowd what is known and not known about the orders and how it may affect students. The panel reassured worried students that advocates are fighting for their rights. Dozens of people attended the event. The panel says traveling outside the country may be the most challenging thing for affected students and community members. Coming up, we take a look at the different celebrations USD is taking part in for Black History Month. Find out more after the break.
Fostering is when you take in an animal into your home and you take care of them until we can find them a permanent forever home.
If you can find it in your heart to do it, it's rewarding.
We do all the vetting, the neutering, the spaying, the medications.
The Humane Society has lots and lots of great dogs and cats that can pull at your heartstrings and make you realize you got a little more to give.
USD's Media and Journalism Department can be seen and heard all over campus. Faculty members know that hands-on experience now is the key to success after college. Get professional experience by participating in one of the many practicums offered. Have your voice heard on the radio. Edit a promo for a campus organization. Investigate breaking news stories for a weekly newspaper. Design advertisements for local businesses. Get involved with the Media and Journalism Department at USD and start your future now.
This is Coyote News.
Welcome back. According to the Center for Disease Control, the leading cause of death for women in the U.S. is heart disease. Alpha Phi, along with other USD fraternity and sororities, are trying to do something about it. Coyote News' Brennan Gakin has more.
Go Red Week is a series of events put on by Alpha Phi and USD Greek Life to help raise money and resources for women's heart health. On Thursday, Alpha Phi put in a blood drive in the Muck with the community blood bank to help women in need of cardiac care. Participants were registered and sent outside of the bloodmobile to donate. Back inside, several women of Alpha Phi tended a booth encouraging donations and raising awareness for women's heart health. Kenzie Lee, the Vice President of Marketing at Alpha Phi, had this to say.
I think my favorite part of Go Red Week is just the support that we get from all the community. Like, it's not just like a campus thing. Like, members from outside come in and they help participate in the events and make a donation towards our cause, and it's great.
On Sunday, Go Red Week moved to the Wellness Center. Alpha Phi sponsored a basketball tournament called Hoops for Heart to continue raising money for women's heart health. 3 teams participated in the tournament from 11 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon. Macy Halverson, the director of philanthropy at Alpha Phi, says this is her first Go Red Week, but she is loving the experience.
Just getting to see people play, it's always funny when people screw up or they airball and everyone laughs, so I like that part of it the most.
This week's events started out with a vegetable eating contest, Zoomathon, and jail and bail game. Go Red Week continues tomorrow with Pie at Alpha Phi. For Coyote News, I'm Brendan Gakin.
A USD student, Haley Westfall, won the statewide No Meth Ever PSA competition. Westfall got the opportunity to meet with Governor Dennis Dugard and Attorney General Marty Jackley, and walked away with a total of $4,500 in prize money. The spot shows 3 people using meth for the first time and where they'll end up. Westfall hopes this will serve as a warning of what could happen if they follow down this path.
Last week marked the first day of February and the first day of Black History Month. The Yote Report's Nathan Finster explores the celebrations that happened here on campus.
Decorative posters, boxes, and pictures lined the pit lounge in the Muck last week for the Black History Month kickoff celebration. Students of all ethnicities came out to participate in the festivities. The theme of the event was based off the 1978 movie The Wiz.
Our concept for Black History Month this semester is really the road to hope. And so with The Wiz, they have the Yellow Brick Road.
Lena Tran, the intercultural programming coordinator, says events like this are important for the college experience.
Exploring, your experience at a college university is the time to meet people from all walks of life and engage in their experiences and conversations.
The Black History Month kickoff celebration allows USD African American students a way to celebrate their culture as well as inform others on African American history. Associate Vice President for Diversity Lamont Sellers says that for him, celebrating Black History Month has been an important part of his life.
This was a part of the fabric of who I am, so to be able to celebrate this and to bring this to the University of South Dakota means a lot to me.
Sellers and Tran say that USD is easy to work with in setting up events like this.
Everyone has been very welcoming of the ideas that we've had concerning diversity.
To be able to bring the richness of culture to this campus, no one has ever said, no, you cannot.
While Black History is designated a month, Tran says that African American history goes beyond the month of February.
The Black History Month here at USD, it does not end on February 28th of this year. Black History Month and the knowledge and exploration is a continuous effort.
For the Yote Report, I'm Nathan Finster.
The Center for Diversity and Community will be holding events throughout February, as well as a Black History Month display that'll be up for the rest of the month. We all have busy schedules, but when was the last time you checked your smoke detectors? A few weeks ago, the fire department was called to Beta Theta Pi. Rumors have speculated that the fraternity didn't have fire alarms, but Laura Roof, the director of sorority and fraternity life, says that Beta was up to code. City Code states that all chapters must have fire extinguishers, smoke detectors, and fire suppression systems like sprinklers. The Vermilion Fire Inspector checks everything regularly, and if something is not up to code, it's rechecked within 3 weeks. No one was injured in the fire, and Roof encourages the Greek community to revisit the fire safety policies and procedures.
Still to come, Coyote Crystal sets out to sea.
I wanted to be a student ambassador because I wanted to be able to give prospective students my view of the campus and so that they can enjoy the university as much as I do.
It's bringing the next generation to USD.
It was a real personal experience more than just, hey, here's a big university.
You're coming into a family and we want you to feel welcome, we want you to feel loved, and we want you to feel confident in your decision to become a Coyote.
It's fulfilling,
energetic,
impactful,
community, challenging,
knowledgeable,
fun,
professional,
the future.
I just love USD.
This is Coyote News.
Each year at USD, one campus event takes the phrase fighting terminal illnesses literally. Fraternity Tau Kappa Epsilon is hosting its annual Teak Fight Night. The event's one of the fundraisers the fraternity hosts to benefit St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. In previous years, the boxing's match has been held in Vermilion High School's gym. In the future, they hope to move it to the new arena. Fraternity President Nick Hoflock says numerous scheduling issues have led to the event remaining at the high school. The March 30th fundraiser event is open to the public. Many USD students attend job interviews every year, but today they had the opportunity to turn the tables and interview their possible employers. The third annual Reverse Career Fair was held in the Muck this afternoon, allowing student organizations to talk to employers and graduate schools. This gave employers the chance to talk to student leaders and to learn about campus organizations, as well as inform students of various volunteer and employment opportunities. We'll have more on this next week on Coyote News. In this week's blog, Coyote Crystal takes a walk around the Muck to see just how gullible USD students are.
Did you hear that USD is cutting the swim team because they want to actually put in a gymnastics team instead?
I did not know that. That's unfortunate.
Do you have any correlation with the swim team at all?
I do.
So for all of you who don't know me, I'm kind of a jokester. And this week on Coyote Crystal, I decided I wanted to test out to see how believable I was. So here are your responses.
I'm on the swim team.
Did you hear that we're going to get another sorority on campus?
No.
You didn't hear that? No. It's going to be like Sigma, Epsilon, Alpha. So you heard that Doba was closing. How do you feel about this right now?
A bit shocked. I really like Doba.
I'm so sorry. Chipotle's coming. Does that make anything better?
I've only had Chipotle once. I don't even remember how it tasted, but I just remember back in Minnesota where I'm from, Chipotle had the huge issue with salmonella and all that.
Did you hear that T-Pain isn't coming anymore and instead it's Lady Gaga?
No.
Are you excited for Lady Gaga or do you want T-Pain back?
I don't care. Yeah, we want T-Pain.
Did you know that USD spends over $5,000 on toilet paper a year?
I did not know that.
How do you feel about that?
We need toilet paper, so.
Do you know any like T-Pain lyrics? Can we like jam out right now?
I'm not going to sing right now.
I was kidding about the whole Doba thing. Doba's staying here.
Great.
Dakotathon isn't going to be a thing anymore, and instead of supporting Children Miracle Network, they're going to support me.
Not true, but good try.
Thanks. I'm a comedian. Okay. Are we really?
Well, Levi, it was a busy week for USD Athletics, huh?
Absolutely. We had our star pole vaulter who continues to set higher and higher marks, and we also have a diver who's just taken the Summit League by storm. Those stories and more are coming up next on Sports.
Hey Madeline, why don't you explain what improv is?
Well, improv is just kind of thinking on your feet and creating a scene out of nothing. Our first goal is we accept anyone and everyone.
Our second goal is that we focus on improvement.
And also our third goal is we just want to bring comedy back to campus.
We like making people laugh. And that's one of the reasons why we think you should come to Improv Club, for laughs.
Your fire cat, your fire cat. 1926.
Coyote Twin Theaters in downtown Vermilion, providing entertainment Tuesdays through Sundays. A proud supporter of USD Student Media.
This is Coyote News.
Hello, I'm Levi Goots. Tonight on Coyote Sports, a USD pole vaulter soared to the top of the nation, and we take a look at one of the best divers in Summit League history. But first, the headlines with Lauren Solek. Lauren?
After a Super Bowl loss, the Atlanta Falcons have dismissed defensive coordinator Richard Smith and defensive line coach Brian Cox. Smith could be staying on with the Falcons in an advisory role. The Falcons will also need a new quarterback coach as Matt LaFleur is expected to be named offensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Rams. USD recruiting coordinator and receivers coach Matthew Middleton has been selected as one of 34 football coaches to attend the 2017 NCAA and NFL Coaches Academy. This is one of 3 NCAA leadership development programs that is designed to help coaches in specific points in a football coach's career. The academy runs tomorrow through Sunday in Tampa Bay, Florida. The swimming and diving team earned 3 Summit League Athletes of the Week titles. Senior diver Grayson Herding, freshman diver Isaac Morris, and senior swimmer Aaron Kleiner collected the individual awards after their performances at the Minnesota Challenge. Herding finished runner-up on the 1-meter dive with a score of 257.65. Morris took home the 1-meter title with a score of 294.55. Kleiner placed first in the 200 individual medley and third in the 100 butterfly. And those are your headlines.
USD's track and field team had a successful weekend at their first home meet of the season. The Coyotes won 25 events at the Dakota Realty Alumni Meet. Freshman pole vaulter Chris Nielsen was named Summit League January Athlete of the Month. Nielsen took back title of highest jump in the nation after improving his personal best to 18 feet 4 3/4 inches. Nielsen's jump is now tied for 16th in the world. Senior Tyler Frank captured the men's high jump at 7 feet and 1/4 inch, with only 1/4 inch away from his personal best. Frank's jump is tied for first in the Summit League and 28th in the nation. USD took home the top 6 spots in the women's pole vault. Other event winners include Jacob Behrens, Amber Eichhorn, Danielle Waldner, Shanice Canigan, and Julia Noah. The track and field team is splitting between competitions at the SDSU Classic and the Tyson Invitational in Arkansas. The swimming and diving teams are wrapping up their regular season. Coyote News' Michaela Feldman spoke with one diver who's been claiming a popular award.
She spent a majority of her life in the water, but in her final semester at USD, Grayson Herding's looking ahead to a future without diving.
It's a big time commitment.
And time management's one of the most important things Herding's learned. She says it can be hard finding the balance between diving and going to school.
Herding says she practices here behind me about 20 hours a week.
Herding's been diving for USD since her freshman year, and like most seniors, she's looking back on her time here as a Yote.
Everyone tells you that it goes by so fast, and it really does. Once you're a freshman and then all of a sudden you blink and you're a senior.
Week after week, Herding's consistently improved, claiming the Summit League Diver of the Week 31 times.
It's nice having that recognition that all the hard work that I've put into the sport is working.
Chris Jorgensen is the head diving coach at USD. He says it's great that Herding's getting the recognition she deserves.
There's also a lot of other things we're looking at and improving other stuff. So there are other milestones that isn't a piece of paper that she's achieving. That's awesome too.
Jorgensen says it's definitely going to be hard to fill Herding's shoes.
I think she's the athlete that gives me the most feedback on my coaching. So there's a lot of times we'll have some talks after practice and she'll let me know what she doesn't like, what she likes. So she's definitely helped me evolve as a coach.
Herding's done diving after graduation, but she says it's definitely going to be different.
This has been at least 12 years of my life. It's something I've done every day, and so doing something different is going to be different.
For the Sports Report, I'm Michaela Feldman.
The men's and women's swimming and diving teams compete next at the Summit League Championships on the 15th in Indianapolis. The swimming and diving team competed at the Minnesota Challenge this weekend. This meet was the Coyotes' last tune-up before the Summit League Championships next week. Freshman diver Isaac Morris captured the 1-meter dive title on his way to setting a new school record. Senior swimmer Aaron Kleiner captured the 200-yard individual medley, and sophomore Hunter Paget touched first in the 100-yard freestyle. Junior Taylor Dessler touched second in the 200-yard breaststroke, while teammate Haley Hanna came in third. Coyote News' Andy Hartman caught up with Austin Sparks of the men's basketball team to see how the team is preparing for the last stretch of games. Andy?
Thanks, Levi. The men's basketball team season is about to wind down, but they've got one big test left of the regular season when they play SDSU on Saturday. I'm joined today with Austin Sparks of the team. Thanks for joining us. So, what kind of mentality have you had in practice in preparation for Saturday's game?
Right now, we're focusing more on what we got to do with IPFW since they're our next opponent. Obviously, Saturday's a big game, but we've got to take it one at a time. Everybody's excited for it, but right now, the most important thing for us is Fort Wayne.
All right, you guys had a very close loss to SDSU early in the season. Are you going to change your game at all in this Saturday's game?
Obviously, you change your game plan to what they did to us the first time, but one of the biggest things is last time we played them, we didn't have Tyler Flack, who is one of our starters, one of our leading scorers, so it's going to be a big difference having him here and having the atmosphere of the fans in the arena.
All right, and what kind of goals do you have for the rest of the season?
Our goals for the rest of the season are to obviously win the Summit League tournament, and go to the NCAA tournament.
All right, thanks, Austin.
Yep.
The SDSU game tips off at 1 p.m. on Saturday. From the Sanford Coyote Sports Center, I'm Andy Hartman.
Thanks, Andy. In USD basketball action, the men came home with a big road win after beating NDSU 76-66. This was the Coyotes' first win in Fargo since 2002. Matt Mooney led the way with a game high of 26 points, while Tyler Flack put up 17 more. The Coyotes are now 7-4 in Summit League play. The win moves the Coyotes within a half a game of first in the Summit League standings. The Coyotes return to the court tonight in Indiana against Fort Wayne starting at 6. And the women's basketball team suffered a tough 70-58 loss against rival SDSU this weekend. The loss puts the Coyotes in second place with an 8-3 Summit League record. Freshman Kiara Duffley led the Coyotes with 11 points, and J.C. Bradley and Abigail Fogg followed with 10 points apiece. The women are now on the road against Fort Wayne tomorrow night at 5. That's a look at sports. Coming up after the break, we ask students if they're planning on attending the T-Pain concert. We have their answers next.
Climbing's awesome because it's challenging, both mentally and physically.
You gotta love climbing because even when you're not climbing, you get a great view.
Climbing's great because I feel like Spider-Man.
Climbing is great, because even my nerd friends can do it.
Climbing's awesome because there's always someone who has your back.
Come to the rock wall and figure out why climbing's awesome for you.
This is Coyote News.
With February being Black History Month, Coyote News' Devin Martin is live in the muck with the president of the Union of African American Students. Devin?
Thanks, Nick. Black History Month is being celebrated all across the country and even here on the USD campus. I am joined by President of the Union of African American Students, Marcus Destin, to ask him some questions about the various events planned. So Marcus, thank you for joining me today.
No problem.
So, what type of events did you do? How did you kick off Black History Month?
Well, we had a great Black History Month kickoff down here in the muck and in the link. We had posters up for all the famous inventors and black people who inspire us the most. And we watched The Wiz, which is the African American version of The Wizard of Oz, and that's how we kicked off the month. And it was pretty good. We had about 350 people come by.
Now, do you have any other events coming up soon?
Yes, actually tonight we have an open mic night tonight at 8 p.m. upstairs in the Muck. It's the glass room. We want everybody to come by and just show your talents and be surrounded by people who really care and to see what you're doing. And we're hosting bingo, and then March 16th we're going to have our Timeless event because Black History Month isn't just for 1 month. So.
Okay. And what is the Black History Month motto at USD, the road to hope, mean to you?
It means that, for one thing, we're not done. The road is never done. It's always a continuous thing. And it's just a path that is a slow one but steady one, and it shows the resiliency of our people and everyone, and if they can make it and the things that they were going through, and we can do it too. So
awesome. And what have been some possible reactions from students that have attended your events, faculty members, or anybody that you might have in mind?
I think we had a lot of good reactions from the kickoff. It was very, very good. We had free buttons, and a lot of people were taking all the buttons. We see them on the book bags, and it was just a very good reaction so far. We had a lot of more people come to the CDC to see what we were doing. So I think it was a very good reaction.
Awesome, and thank you very much for your time.
No problem.
Black History Month runs until February 28th, and as Marcus noted, there is an event tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. in the Muck Pit for open mic night. Live in the Muck, I'm Devin Martin.
In this week's Out and About, we asked students if they will be attending the T-Pain concert. Here's what they said.
Are you going to the T-Pain concert?
Yes.
Why?
Because I like a good childhood throwback.
There's a T-Pain concert?
Oh, for sure. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, I guess. I feel like I'd have to.
I will definitely be going to T-Pain because, I mean, he's a big-name artist, and how often does USD get to pull a big-name artist like that?
I am because the tickets are $5.
Yes, and because T-Pain is lit.
No, I don't know who T-Pain is. Are you going to the T-Pain concert?
Oh, yeah, man. What you mean? Of course I'm going to that T-Pain concert. Right?
Why is that?
What?
Yeah, I'm going to T-Pain because it's going to be a good time. Everybody's going to be there.
I am going because I used to listen to him in middle school, and my best friend from high school is coming to go with me.
T-Pain was the thing in middle school, so figure why not go see him.
It's T-Pain, man. Come on. At USD. What? Yeah, I'm going.
Who doesn't want to see T-Pain? I mean, he's awesome.
It's just not my style of music.
Of course I'm going to T-Pain. It's T-Pain. That's the only answer.
Be sure to grab the new edition of the Volant out today, featuring a story about plans for renovating the Dakota Dome.
That's all for Coyote News. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
And be sure to listen for KYOT and KAOR daily updates throughout the week.
Thank you, and have a good night.